All right, so this video is a little late. It's the end of July, and this video footage was in December. So I'm gonna back up a little bit just to give a little bit of history and context to this. My buddy reached out to me the other day, and we were just chatting about some events that have happened over the past, year or so, and how he was feeling down. He felt drained. It was kind of affecting him, and he wanted to get out of this funk because it was bugging him. So after Stagecoach last year, Tuan hit me up and wanted to start American's Freedom brand. He wanted a simple clothing line that he could start for veterans to give back to veterans. Next thing you know, Tuan has a printer and he's in full production mode printing shirts. It's almost impossible to get a clothing brand off the ground. But he kept at it. He was making a few $100s here or there to donate back to the VA in Long Beach, and it was what he wanted to do. He started it, brought me on to help, and really it was doing what it should, and that was giving money back to the veteran. It was never for profit, it never has been, and it never will be, but it was simply just to help others, and our way of saying thank you and giving back. Then in August, September, Harvey hit Houston. Tuan and I, in a weird way, both got like this same like feeling and sense that we ended up texting each other right around the same time that we needed to help out somehow. We threw out a crazy idea of trying to rally everybody and gather donations to take a trailer out to Houston and help out. And in an overwhelming fashion, like, everyone stepped up. It was crazy. We had a full 26-foot enclosed box trailer full of goods, household stuff, clothing, water, you name it, to take out to Houston and donate. So we ended up driving it out there. My father-in-law stepped up and helped and drove out there. It couldn't have happened without everyone's help, but we were able to get out there and help out all these families, as well as to spend a few days while we were out there helping a family gut their entire first floor of their house that had been flooded. Now, they had lived in this house for years, their children grew up in here, and we had to gut the entire thing, drywall, everything down to studs. It was a big trip for me. I got to take Taylor along with me, so it was super rewarding. I got to put her to work and open her eyes up to, helping out others. Now, a few months after Houston, the event at Route 91 unfolded. We were supposed to go that year, but things financially weren't lining up, so we didn't go. But a lot of our Stagecoach family was there. And I remember waking up to that news that next morning of what had transpired that night. I felt sick. Like, I didn't know. I felt so helpless. I didn't feel like speaking to anyone. Like, it was hard because there were people we knew there. Like, people we cared about and loved were there, and we hadn't heard from them. We didn't know what was going on. And eventually we made contact with everyone, and we found out, everyone was accounted for and okay. I don't remember where or when it was. I might have been on Facebook. I was scrolling along and I found an article on a local woman out of Corona, Kristina Staples, who had been shot in the head at the concert. I sent it over to Tuan and I said, hey, we need to help. The same way that we helped in Houston, the same way we were trying to help the veterans, we needed to help out this family somehow. Tuan was on board, so we rallied up a new design, a new shirt, just something very simple. It was kind of close to this one. The Vegas Strong one, just something that we could give the proceeds back to the family. And the power of social media, it spread like a wildfire. I reached out to one of the relatives, and they eventually got me in touch with Danny, her husband. We jumped on board with Team Krissy and started printing t-shirts and sweatshirts, whatever we could, to give back to the family and help out. In December, the Vegas Strong 5K popped up, and with us being involved with running, I figured this was a perfect fit. We had to go. So the Halcoms, who were actually in attendance at the Route 91 festival, also joined in. Yessie, one of our friends that goes to Stagecoach with us, wanted in. So we formed Team Krissy, sold some special team shirts. They were these ones. That way we kind of formed our own little team for the 5K and went up to Vegas for a turnaround trip. And basically that's where this footage picks up at. I wanted to document it and vlog it because I like to document the events in life, so we can look back at these things. But just something, I don't know, it didn't feel right. Like, once I had all the footage, I sat down to edit it and put it together, and something didn't feel right. Along that whole time when we were fundraising and donating and doing all this stuff, we had tons of support and people, telling us we were doing the right thing and doing such a good job. But along with that, there was also like a ton of criticism and just people doubting us, and that we were just trying to profit, you know, off of another's loss. And it sucked, it hurt. I mean, it hurt really bad. Here we are trying to do our thing and dedicate our time and anyways, it's honestly not even important at this end. But the reason why I'm here today is with this footage is because when he contacted me and said he needed to be out of this funk, like, I remember I had this footage and I just wanted to put it together to highlight the event, because there were so many good people donating their time, their money, their effort, their services to put this on for the Survivors Fund in Vegas. So I took out like all the vlogginess of it and just made it kind of like a video, you know, just to remember the event and focus just straight on the Vegas Strong 5K and what it was about, you know, raising money for that Vegas fund. So, I mean, here it is.
Today. You know, behind all the glitz and glamour of our city, we're families and we're friends and we're neighbors and we're co-workers, and we all work hard and we play together, and we welcome people from around the world, visitors and guests, to come enjoy our city and to have a safe and amazing time and to go home with wonderful memories. But as you know, 2 months ago on October 1st, that didn't happen. And we will forever be changed by that night. And healing is hard. Healing is slow. And there's no rule book on healing. And you take it day by day.